gonna play What Next board game, and the chapter is gonna be called The Skyscraper Caper. So clear the board out.
Introducing the Skyscraper Caper, a what next adventure. It's a quiet night over Manhattan when a space jet materializes out of the air. It swings around the tallest building in the city before touching down on the roof. You climb out and head inside. You've had a rough day. Your name is Victoria Valkyrie, a billionaire crime fighter from New York City. You've just finished an epic battle with a chef who tried to blow up a bank with exploding sushi, and it's fair to say you're a little raw. Luckily, no matter how messy things get, you can always count on coming home to your giant skyscraper, kept in shape by your meticulous housekeeper, Mrs. Butterworth. You push the doors open, walk wearily down the gold-plated spiral staircase, and fall onto your king-size waterbed. At last, sleep. As your eyes close, the door to your minibar fridge swings open and out bursts Mrs. Butterworth. With a crazed glint in her eye and a bottle of Dom Perignon in her hands, she attacks. "Mrs. Butterworth," you yell, "what are you doing in the fridge?" She smiles, then swings the champagne bottle towards you. "Got to keep your skills sharp, my dear." You sigh. Looks like you won't be getting to bed anytime soon.
Here, the doom markers here. So we're ready to go. It says, with a grunt, Mrs. Butterworth swings the bottle of Dom Perignon at your head. You dodge it, and it slams into your pillow, which explodes a blizzard of expensive feathers. You jump to your feet, ready to fight. The quicker this is over, the sooner you can go back to bed. Randomize the time dial, closing your eyes. So I'm going to just take this timer here, put it underneath the table. We're starting with power. Continue on card 1. So I'm just going to tuck this underneath. So, show you artwork. You karate kicked the bottle of champagne from her hand and sending it flying across the room, quick as a flash. Mrs. Butterworth spins around, rips your platinum BG's disc off the wall, and frisbees it at your head. Catch the disc. So we gotta go to event number 1. So I'm gonna flip these over. So this one I have to frisbee it up and catch it. So I fail. So failing, I flip over. Fail. I add a doom to it. The BG's record hits you right between the eyes, clutching your head. You stagger to the door and run downstairs. So I take one of these doom markers and I set it. Yeah. And I go to 5. Oh, yeah, that was for solo. Did the same thing. So, pop these here. Go to 5. You run down the gold-plated stairs. Amazingly, your elderly housekeeper is keeping up with you. You sure she has you? She told you should. Yeah. You sure she told you she had a bad hip? You run past the laundry chute and do a double take. This could either be brilliant or very, very stupid. Okay, you jump down the laundry chute, or I can continue down the stairs. Let's go down the laundry chute. Why not? We'll do event number 14. Keep it spicy. You slide down the chimney chute. So it says here, place the open bag with the items, pieces on the floor, and take a random piece standing tall with your arm and try to drop it in the mail bag. So take a piece out. Trying to get the bag. Okay. And I just drop it in the best I can. Oh, got it in. That was good. Okay. I thought the bag was getting ready to close. Success, I go to 8. One thing I gotta figure out real quick is if I do. I'm pretty sure this gets turned over. So. Yep. I think after every event card, this is supposed to turn. So it'd be dark, but that's okay. I made a mistake. So note that in the thing. Okay, it says you tumble down the chute and land headfirst in a pile of clothes. The moment you sit up, all lights go out. It must be one of those New York power outs. The newspaper I mentioned. Okay, so throughout the darkness, you hear Mrs. Butterworth climbing into the chute. You assemble to your feet, but slip and fall into a pile of clothes hangers. So we had a doom tracker. You can go hide in the laundry room so they can. Let's do. So we're gonna hide in the laundry room. I don't want to add another doom marker. So. So 18. Location 18. Double check the rules, but I'm almost sure that we're still in there. The lights above you begin to flicker. A split second later, they all go out, leaving you in total darkness. This must be one of those New York power cuts newspaper had mentioned. You frantically feel around for somewhere to hide, eventually coming across a large washing machine. You crawl inside and pull the door closed, trapping your fingers. Ouch. Outside, you hear a soft thud as Mrs. Butterworth lands on your washing. So, I gotta add a doom marker. And if this falls over, it's game over. Okay. Stay hidden, obviously. So I'm gonna go to 10. You climb into the. What is that? Yeah. As you climb into the plane as the lights outside shut down again. Flying open the door to your weapons clip cover, you rummage around for something useful. In your panic, you end up cutting your hand on a vintage Chinese throwing star. So I can add another doom marker. Okay. And then we do. Then we go to 5. You search for something to defend yourself with. I get 50 seconds, and I can find one of these 2 items. So, I'm going to pull this out. Close. Nope. So we go to 10 now. You failed, we go to 10. Then we gotta go to 12 now. Mrs. Butterworth enters a jet, clearly expecting an attack. Instead, you're sitting on a couch with a nice pot of English tea in hand. You found her a weak spot. Mrs. Butterworth loves tea. You pour her a cup as she lowers herself into the seat opposite you. And then we go to Event 7, quarter T. Yeah, okay, this is. And then we're gonna go moving this after this, that. Says you carefully try and hand Mrs. whatever her cup tea says. Empty the. Okay, says empty the bag and choose 5 items. Hold this card in one hand. You must stack the pieces on top of it, then lower your hand and slide the stack onto the table without falling over. Okay. There we go. Success, I go to 15. Okay. It's gonna get dark. As Mrs. Butter takes a sip of her tea, the lights outside shut down, causing you to jump back and spill your tea in shock. So I have to add a. Your housekeeper looks at you sweetly. You shouldn't be so jumpy, dear. She clearly walks over and pats you back. Thank you, Mrs. Butterworth. Can I go to bed now? Of course you can, dearest. Carrying your cup of tea with you, you head back to your apartment. I don't have that item, so go to page 34. I don't have 34. As she strolls down the hallway, the lights flicker off once again. Damn. Power cuts. Unable to see where you're going, you trip and scrape your knee. As you get up, you hear a strange beeping sound. So I gotta add one of these doom. Game over. Anyways, I will play this again some other time. If you guys like what you saw or would like to see more, I could do another session of this one. So yeah, like the short. Yeah, you can literally start day or nighttime in this game, so it's so yeah. Thanks for watching.